Okay, we were headed to the Mingo Visitor Center, and somehow we ended up here at the Rock House Overlook, and so we're going to go there first. Okay, it was a very short hike just around the corner, and we've come to the Overlook. Oh wow, it's pretty cool. Great distance, but I don't know if you can see. But down in here, you can see some swampland. And I bet when the foliage is up, you can't see it as well. Although it would be a pretty view with the mountains in the distance. And our adventure begins.
All right, looks like we have a side trail coming off the main catwalk here. It runs alongside and down towards the edge of the bluff.
We're gonna go adventuring. Looks like something down there.
Looks like it could be flowers.
Oh, I'm always up for flowers.
I don't know until we get closer.
So off the beaten path, we just come down to the edge of the cliff. Be careful here, people. And there's your flowers.
Yeah. The color of caterpillar. But not.
But you can see the water down in there better. I don't know if people can see that on the video.
Hello, Mingo.
It echoes. So no wonder the ducks or whatever it is I hear in the distance is making noises. Hello!
I think it's the Tuki Tuki bird.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Man, our voice is like going way out into the hollow. Oh, yeah. Come on an adventure with us. We do weird things. Here's the sign about the Indians. You can pause the video and read it if you want. They were attracted to this area. At first, they didn't know about the noises, but then they realized there were good things to eat here. Okay, on our way back up to the visitor center that Siri, our map guide, guided us away from, we have come to the boardwalk, which is the classic Mingo thing that people come here to see. Okay, so the boardwalk is not quite as fabulous. I wonder if we go to the right or the left first.
Let's choose wisely.
Which way? You choose.
No, Mingo, mango, bingo, bongo.
Let's go this way. It looks more exciting. And besides, the sign looks like I'm meant to read it this way. So it's not as exciting on February 29th, leap year day, as when it's all green, as when it's green. But it's kind of cool because you can see the whole thing through the trees.
Yes.
I know I've seen turtles, and I know there's snakes down in there. The other times we were here, we saw turtles on logs. I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity today on February 29th. That happens every 4 years.
In the spring, when you go with a friend, make sure you let the friend go ahead of you so they break all the spider webs. Just a thought.
The trail goes way over there. We're gonna turn here. Let's go went over that way, and you're kind of like walking on water. I love the shadow of the railing before me. And I was looking up, and I can see one tree. I saw one tree with some buds on it. And it's like you're just walking on water. Oh man, I missed it. You can't see it, but right there under the water, if you knew what you were looking for, is a gigantic turtle. It was gigantic,
I believe you.
but it got scared by me and went down when it saw me. So the turtle, the big one, is down in the water right there, and he's been holding his breath under there for a very long time. We keep thinking he has to come up to get some air, but we don't know how long. Now we're curious, how long can turtles stay underwater? So we came away thinking he would maybe come up, and then we spotted a tiny baby turtle. You see it? Right there on the log. I think it looks kind of spooky out here. Just kids chattering in the distance. Look at the light on all the edges of the branches. Okay, we came from there, and we've landed at this area. You can see the current going. It's like almost like a river. We're going to be headed back down that way.
There's definitely a current.
Okay, we've come to this where the rivers or bogs or swamps or whatever they are merge. There's a little bridge over there. Beautiful blue skies. And we've kind of gotten off the beaten path. Really beautiful the way the water kind of sparkles underneath the bridge path that way. Beautiful scene. Oops, watch your step. Looks like you can walk for a distance here. Follow the water, only I don't know where it would take you. But you might get away from the crowds and might be a little more peaceful for the old people. Much of this is really pretty when it's green. Hubby's very concerned about all the scat, like some wild animal's going to come out and attack us. Just because they've been by here. Beautiful though, beautiful day. So the young lady on the bridge has a huge magnet, and she's hunting for treasures and throwing it out in the water. Isn't that fun? I love that. What a great family. And here we go down the road. Swampland over here. Okay, we come to the end of the road, and it's gonna turn, and this looks like new wood, like they probably recently redid it. No handrail edges, so a little more intimidating. That is if the water was a little higher. All that I know that there's like cottonmouth out there, except for they're not going to get active till it warms up. Plank row, which is better than a dirt row.
Which gives you rut row. Rut row, Raggy.
So we're done and back at the parking lot, And that green dotted line is where we just went. Rock House, Cypress, Marsh was what that was on the other side. Maybe we can find the visitor center. See where it says observation tower? That was the bridge, and we walked halfway down there. We didn't realize there was a tower down there, otherwise we would have kept walking. So they're not open today? Today is a Saturday.
Monday to Friday. Yeah, apparently not.
Hopefully there's a bathroom down there at least. They should be open on Saturdays. So the visitor center is closed, but I saw some people walk around this way. Behind the building is this fabulous view that way. You can't see on the... And this is the Overlook trail back here, I think. Hubby says there's a sign on the door that says they're going to have more hours in March. Coming up to the Overlook. It's so vast that the camera can't get it. But there's some swampland out there that's really cool. So we think that is the bogland where you go off that bridge and you go to the tower we missed. We think it's down that way because the boardwalk is over that way. And there's actually swampland down there. So this is the Bluff Trail. And we're not going to go down it because we saw the other end. It comes out at the road across from the boardwalk. So on the other side of the parking lot is this sign that says Harts Pond Trail. And I see the pond down there. And it's supposed to be a very short trail. So here we go. Okay, we came down that trail. Here we are at the pond. There were a couple of seating areas up there for educational teaching probably, which is cool. There's some knees. That's pretty fun. As in swampland knees.
It's like a large crowd of tiny wooden people.
So we've been all over this inset. There's the Harts Pond we were just at. Behind the conservation building. There's the Bluff Trail we did not take. There's the trail down below. That's the boardwalk. And now we're going to attempt, here's where the inset is. There's apparently some more lookouts, but we're going to attempt to go this way, and it looks like you can drive somehow around the back side of it. I don't know, we're going exploring. You can also drive this way. So there's the road we were traveling down, and all along it was the marsh. And back down this road is a little picnic area. It looks like somebody has probably put their canoe out. And then you've got marsh over here. It's very peaceful. The sign says ditch 11. The road continues down that way. The sign said this was flat banks. And it's really, really cool. I don't know if you can tell with the colors, but the water is like silvery, gray, green, like a muted green. Super cool. Little bench. Of course, that bench is right on the water. Shadows of the trees in the water. And we hear ducks and things, but we don't see them. And then we're living on the edge. Came down this road. And there are benches and picnic tables. It's just so peaceful. And there's quite a few picnic tables and benches. Great place to just come and sit for an entire day. We hear foul noise over there of the bird kind. I haven't stopped at any of the fields, but along the tour, the auto tour, there are lots of open fields as well. I can imagine this will be really pretty when it greens up and you get in my camera shot when you don't stay behind me. But we went off on this side road in this very beautiful spot. There's lots of places to come and just hang out for the day. Over there where those cars are the road. Okay, we just saw an eagle flying. You could see his white tail, and we can see his nest with our eyes. It's right in there. I don't know if you can see it. That dark spot there is an eagle's nest, because that's where he went and landed. Pretty cool. Wish he'd take off. And we can see the geese across the way. And over there, we can see a whole bunch of geese. Okay, we've arrived at a sign that says Ozark Highlands Auto Tour. 17-mile auto tour exits on Highway 51 closed. I don't know what the closed means because, as you can see, the gates are open to go or not to go.
It's a little confusing.
Very confusing. So we went through the gate that was open, and we're traveling down this road, and there's a ton of daffodils blooming. We saw some out on the main highway. Apparently we're doing the alphabet tour. I guess if we had a map, but we've been on F, we saw G, which we skipped, and we stopped the car for a minute because we're at Cow Creek Overlook. We saw some turkey vultures circling at one point. There was a really pretty spot I didn't stop at that had water marsh right before you hit a big hill. We're on top of that hill. big hill, and it's really nice. They pave the hills. So when you're going up or down a hill, you've got nice paved one-way road. Look at the white bark on those trees. Up we go. This is so pretty, even without all the leaves on the trees. Okay, we've made it to Stanley Creek, and the water, I don't know if it's coming across on this video, is like this silvery green kind of color. It's so pretty. And we're at a bridge. I'm filming, dear. And you've got a grin on your face. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that is. We went up another hill and we're at Fry Bluff Overlook, and it's a beautiful view at the top of this drive of Monopoly Lake. Wow. It's 50 degrees outside. I don't have our jackets on. This is gorgeous. On top of the rock. We've arrived at May Pond. It's pretty big. One-way road, you can't go out that way. And over here is the sign, Auto Tour. You can go down to Monopoly Marsh Boat Ramp, headed to Fox Pond, Rabbit Ridge Road, and another overlook. Monopoly Marsh.
Take care.
Monopoly Marsh. Down there. 25,000 years ago, when the Mississippi River ran between the edge of the Ozark Mountains, where we now stand, and Crowley's Ridge, which is the distant ridge that you see in the horizon. Approximately 18,000 years ago, the river shifted, slicing its way through Crowley's Ridge to join the Ohio River further north. The abandoned riverbed developed into a fertile, rich swamp. This is gorgeous. What a view. You can see birds and hear things. on a cool bridge. Saw a whole mass of turkey vultures up in the trees back there. So this jaunt of a road said Auto Road K, and this is Fox Pond, and there's some boaters out there. So we're almost back to Highway 51, another mile or so, and we've been following ditch 3. There's a ditch here going beside the road for the longest time. And I found this marshy area, and I don't know if you can see them, but there's tons of birds out there. Every once in a while, one will, oh, there's a bunch flying. Can you see? Oh, a whole bunch. I hope you can see it on the video. This is Sand Blow Loop. So it came down following ditch 2, and then we got to this pond, and it makes a loop and comes back out here. But we think we're going to skip it because it's getting late in the day.
Those are ducks. Doing duck stuff.
And out the other side, it looks like this. And if you look closely, there's lots of birds and ducks. The Highway 51 Overlook. It's getting late in the day, but we wanted to see what Red Mill Drive was, and this is it. We found an overlook. And the sun is setting, and you can hear the waterfowl. I don't know if you can see them, but there's tons of birds flying by. Tons of them.